Back to our top story this morning, remembering Kansas City, Kansas police officer Hunter Simoncic, who was killed in the line of duty early Tuesday morning. We had this as breaking news all throughout the morning. Simoncic was just 26 years old. We have live team coverage again this morning, hearing community reaction to his death, more details about what happened, and more about the suspect involved in this case. We'll start with my co-anchor Lindsay Shively, who's live there at KCK City Hall, where the memorial has been set up. And we've talked about already all throughout the day yesterday and now again this morning. This is a lot for this community to handle, considering what they've been through.
Oh my goodness, it's tragic, Taylor. I'm just staring across the street, the courthouse and sheriff's office on the other side of the street here in downtown KCK, where I was standing 1 month ago looking at the sheriff's office law enforcement memorial and a sheriff's office car draped in black and a growing memorial. And now the county building lit in blue, a police officer car draped in black with flowers. There's a Bible open on the hood of this car to the book of Psalms. And the law enforcement memorial for the KCK Police Department has 19 names. Tragically, Officer Hunter Simoncic will be the 20th name on that list that begins from the 1800s with the members of law enforcement lost in the KCK Police Department here. Let's go over what happened yesterday for those of you who don't know. So here's what the KCK Police Department says, breaking it down. Officers were investigating a shots fired call overnight Monday. They found, they say, an unconscious man in a truck, and when they approached him, the man woke up and drove off. Now, they say there was a police chase, and two officers, including Simoncic, were trying to deploy stop sticks along State Avenue. It's right near the KCK Community College campus. The KCK police chief says the suspect avoided the sticks and veered toward Officer Simoncic, hitting him. The suspect, police say, is now in custody. Officer Simoncic died from his injuries in the hospital. You can see officers had a procession for him that morning, leaving the hospital and going to the mortuary. And yeah, just 2 weeks ago, the same community laid to rest Wyandotte County Sheriff's Deputy Elijah Ming. And we were there as they drove by this very spot as part of that procession from the funeral for the final time for his end of watch before he was laid to rest. And now this community feeling that awful loss again. Our entire public safety community talking about that yesterday.
Our entire public safety community here in Kansas City, Kansas is really struggling right now. And we're struggling with them as a community.
The mayor asking the men and women in law enforcement to stay encouraged, to remember the people in our community who value and appreciate their service. I want to bring in my colleague, Grant Stevens, who stood across the street with me a month ago, talking to members of the community then about the awful loss. And you talked to members of the community again about the loss of Officer Simoncic.
I think it's something important to do, to remember the man that this person was, as well as the badge, as well as his service, but also just talk to people who knew him. And we've heard from lots of people who knew him, not just people in the law enforcement community or people he worked with, but some people who just wanted to honor his legacy anyways, just wanted to talk about that. So the community that's coming together right now, like I mentioned, it's not just one group, it's a lot of people, because he had a large impact in a lot of different areas. I don't know if you knew this, but he was a bright light to kids. He read books to school kids at Banneker Elementary. He was someone that the kids say they looked forward to coming in. There are so many different people from different walks of life waking up this morning feeling that loss.
Because whenever there's something like this that happens, it affects more than one person. It affects the entire family. It affects the entire community.
That's how I saw him, as a person who was like a saint of our community. He made life better for people. He was an encouragement to people.
He was such a blessing to our school. He was a blessing to the Lead to Read program, and it's a tremendous loss.
I think something that several people have brought up, it's a painful thing, but his last moments, they all bring it up as a thing that paints the picture of his life maybe best. Here's someone who put his life in danger to protect other lives, and I think that's what people are holding on to. That's his legacy.
Oh my goodness. And when they were talking yesterday, something else that stuck out to me was that he had always wanted to be in public service. What a calling that is, truly. Grant, thank you very much.